Why are we so scared of demanding quality football play from our quarterback? Is it because we all have PTSD? Because we're all still traumatized from previous quarterback play that we just can't seem to get over that hump? Okay, I get it. Let me tell you exactly why you should be demanding nothing but perfection from Zach Wilson.
I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance. You know that I got the mother sauce, man. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you won a loss? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance, man. I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance. You know that I got the mother sauce, man. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you won a loss? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance, man.
Congratulations, brother. Hey.
And here we go. Okay, check it out. We got to stop doing this. We got to stop doing this. So many Jets fans right now believe that it's asking Zach Wilson too much to throw for 4,000 yards this season. 4,000 yards this season. Okay. We have been so traumatized from previous experiences with quarterbacks, so accustomed to the fact that the last time we had any kind of a winning spirit season, whatever the case might be, was under Rex Ryan when we had the ground and pound run game, and we had Mark Sanchez throwing the ball marginally. You know what I'm saying? We're not asking him to do too much. He was a game manager. Mark Sanchez is definitely, by far, in my lifetime, one of the greatest quarterbacks the Jets have had. Nothing but respect for him, and I appreciate those two AFC Championship games he took us to. But at the end of the day, he was still a game manager, right? That's what Mark Sanchez's role was on that team. Defense was winning the game. Ground and pound was winning the game. We can't expect that same kind of play to work in today's NFL. When you think about it, the Tennessee Titans last year, we beat them. We shouldn't have beat them. Like, it was not even on the radar of it being possible. They had a really good defense, great running game, and a game manager in Ryan Tannehill that was playing pretty well. We were able to beat them because Zach Wilson had some spectacular throws in that game. We were able to beat them because he played backyard football, showed what his arm talent was really truly about. So that game, he shocked us and he shocked everybody. Everybody in regards to how that one came, to include Titans fans. So to put it in perspective, we're asking Zach Wilson to, in essence, throw for 236 yards per game over a 17-game season, right? To hit 4,000 yards. But we're so shook and traumatized from the previous experience that we think we're asking him to do too much by doing that. Why did we draft him with the number 2 overall pick? 236 yards per game is not asking a lot, especially after we've added the playmakers that we've added now to that locker room. We're not asking Zach Wilson to go ahead and bomb it deep every single time to achieve this freaking yards countage. We can go ahead and tick away at it just by literally slants, a couple of 10-yard out routes. Like, we could go ahead and get to that number based off of the playmakers alone that the New York Jets added. Brees Hall, Michael Carter, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, our yak guys. These guys can create and execute after catching the ball. They can go ahead and gain yardage like it's cool. So we've got those pieces in play in terms of acquiring yards after the catch. Oh, wait. We also, in the offseason, went and got CJ and we got Conklin. We got both those guys on the roster now, and they were both the top 15 last year in terms of yards after the catch. In fact, they surpassed the likes of Darren Waller, who some would say was the top tight end in the league last year in terms of yards after the catch. There are 2 of them now on our roster. We're not asking Zach Wilson to go ahead and have to go ahead and throw 236 yards per game. He can literally throw 150 to 200 yards per game and let his playmakers get him the rest of the yards. We got to stop being afraid to go ahead and ask this man to go ahead and do what needs to be done in today's NFL in order for us to see a Super Bowl. I don't know about y'all, but if we're trying to go ahead and keep Zach Wilson in the thought process or the mindset of a game manager, ultimately what we're asking him to do is to be Ryan Tannehill, Jimmy Garoppolo. Ryan Tannehill made it to the playoffs, and they got destroyed in the playoffs, right? Like, game managers will get you to the playoffs. They don't get you to Super Bowls. They don't win Super Bowls. Today's NFL is made for passing the ball. The ground and pound game plan is just not going to work anymore like it used to back in the day. It's different. The referees, they call the game different. The rules are made to assist wide receivers, tight ends, quarterbacks. Go ahead and rack up yards, rack up touchdowns. We need to get into that mindset that is the floor, or that is the ceiling we need Zach Wilson to achieve. We're so accustomed to freaking mediocrity that we're happy to accept his floor. His floor is to be a game manager. I don't think we should be asking for that. We shouldn't be manifesting that. Like, we need to see wins. We need to see Zach Wilson freaking take major steps this year. I get that. And he's got all the tools in his arsenal to do so. If he can't do it, then he can't do it. And we know. And that's okay, right? Like, some people have all the time in the world, and it just can't translate to the NFL level. And why do I think we can ask Zach Wilson of this? It's because of stuff like this. In the offseason, Zach Wilson did what? He legitimately did an entire tour going freaking from coast to coast to work with his freaking playmakers, right? His skill set players. He made it a point to go ahead and go out of his way to go ahead and go to them to where they felt comfortable to go ahead and get some reps in, create some continuity, create some symmetry, right? That's invaluable for a quarterback to do in their offseason, on his time, doing this kind of stuff to go ahead and make sure he can go ahead and work on timing because they're only going to have so much time in training camp and OTAs and whatnot to make that happen. Where's Zach Wilson at right now? Okay, some of y'all might not know, but Zach Wilson took the team out to a ranch in Idaho, and while they were there, practiced, threw the ball around, ran some routes, went over the offense. With him, he brought with him Joe Flacco, Michael Carter, CJ Uzoma, Trevin Wesco, Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, and Braxton Berrios and Jeff Smith. Now, most important of all those things is his relationship with the tight ends and the wide receivers, and Michael Carter being out there. I kind of would have liked to have seen Brees Hall out there with him, Conklin out there with him, but he's been getting reps in where he gets reps in. The thing is, he's putting in the work to create harmony and a connection and rapport, like however you want to look at it, with his teammates before the bullets start flying. That's invaluable, man. That is elite quarterback-like mentality. Like, he is putting in the work on his off time to ensure that he's in sync with players come game time. Zach Wilson doesn't have the thought process of he wants to go ahead and be a game manager. He doesn't have the thought process that he wants to be an average or mediocre quarterback. This kid is showing us that he would like to be amongst the greats in this game. And if we want to go ahead and take over the AFC East, we have to deal with Josh Allen for the next decade, maybe more. The Bills are here for real. They got a legitimate freaking franchise quarterback. And if we want to have a chance at fighting for the top of this division, we need Zach Wilson to elevate his game too. He needs to be able to go toe-to-toe with Josh Allen every single year, because I would love for those two teams to be atop of the AFC East for the next decade, because we got our quarterback, we got our roster, we got our coach. I would love that to be the case. Zach Wilson has something every other quarterback in the AFC East does not have. Continuity. Continuity. It's the same playbook. It's the same coaching staff. The Bills can't say that. The Patriots can't say that. And the Dolphins can't say that. That gives him an advantage. I don't care what anybody says. There's too many weapons on this roster that can make plays for Zach to where we can't, as a fan base, feel comfortable in demanding or manifesting or asking of him to hit the 4,000 mark. And if he plays like that, that puts us in a beautiful position to potentially see the playoffs, or at least be in the conversation for playoffs in December. So, I don't know. I had to do this video just because, like, I understand, like, we're scared as a Jets fan. Like, PTSD is real. It's a real thing. We've been traumatized repeatedly from this organization in terms of the quarterback play. So it's kind of daunted on us that it's just too much to ask of the organization or of our quarterback, saying to give us above average play. A healthy and consistent Zach Wilson, I think, is good for 4,200 yards this year. So that's my prediction for Zach Wilson. And I think we should start elevating what we expect of our quarterback this year. And I can't wait to see him start it up and light it up. Go Jets. Like and subscribe. And again, don't forget, We still have the Keyshawn Johnson helmet giveaway in play. Please do yourself a favor. Go watch that video. See what you need to do to go ahead and, of course, enroll your name. Right now, the odds are 1 out of 20. I think it's a 1 out of 30 shot of actually getting the helmet. 1 out of 30 shot. So it's good odds that you'll get this autographed helmet with the display case shipped to your house, and you'll have that available for you before the first preseason game. So July 26th is when I'm announcing the winners. So the winner. So yeah, go Jets. Man, Zach Wilson is capable of doing way more than we're giving him credit for.
I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance, you know that I got the mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you won a loss?
Oh snap! Wait a second. And also, the Zach Wilson jersey. Thanks Jake Asman for the hookup. I wanted to make sure I give a shout out for that. Like Jake Asman, if you go follow his channel, like see what he's all about, he can of course offer you a link to get these high quality like jerseys. But man, go to Jake Asman's channel, check that out, because he will usually announce in one of his videos what you need to do to get your hands on one of these. I believe you got to jump on his Twitter, send him a DM, follow. Go to his channel and find out. I don't want to go ahead and mess that up. Go find out what Jake requires of you to get that link. All right. Okay. Now.